This is more just like, okay, catching up on like, it seems like a whirlwind. And I know Chicago fans kind of be this way, especially with their Bears. They can be a little emotional day to day with their Bears, with their precious Bears. But the Bears seem to have some growing pains day to day. And it seems Ben Johnson, this is why I like Ben Johnson, why I am optimistic about the Bears, stickler for details. Luther Burden, their second round pick, one of them, been in and out, had some injuries already this offseason, crops up, gets out there, and immediately gets yanked off the field because he makes a mistake on the motion and probably an alignment. That's why he probably knew right away. Reminded me of the scene from Heavyweights where they say, "Get on the scale, son. Get on the scale." That's exactly what he did to him right away. But Alyssa Barbieri from the Bears Wire, sorry if I butchered that name, had a tweet. She said the first day was littered with pre-snap issues, including the offense lining up incorrectly consecutive times during 7-on-7, which prompted head coach Ben Johnson to yell, "You're out," and pulled him out of the drill. The second day featured issues with false starts, botched snaps, while the third day featured back-to-back interceptions by Caleb Williams, the defense bringing the pressure. Chuck, does this change your feelings on the Bears for maybe a month or two ago or from when Ben Johnson was hired? Or do you think this is just typical growing pains with a new offense?
It is July 29th, 4 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. I know where you're going with the answer.
What do I know that I didn't know like 2 weeks ago? I don't know anything yet still. Like, I don't know.
Game hasn't been played.
Look, the way I tell people the moment, like when I just kind of unplugged from just the day to day, like searching for like training camp clips and stuff like that. In 2020, when I was covering the Jets, they had, I don't know if people who listen to this remember his name, Chris Herndon. He was a tight end for Miami. They drafted him like the third round. He had some talent, but the 2020 training camp, you ask anyone who was there, he looked like Tony Gonzalez came back to life every single day. And then that was it, basically. Like none of it translated like actually onto the field, and he never actually lived up to that. I was like, man, this is football practice. It's just football practice, and you're gonna have to go through the motions and try to learn things to figure stuff out. But at the end of the day, like you can't be freaking out over every single clip of football practice. It's a journey. And sometimes like you just don't, sometimes even like if I go to football practice, I'm not clued in on like what the drills are or exactly what they're trying to get out of each session or what the rules they put in place for a certain practice segment. So, you can't let yourself get too freaked out about it. Just wait, at least do it for a preseason game. We got one in 2 days, save it for that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I gotta see, that's real tape, especially practice, because like you just said, you don't know what they're working on. And that's something I got to reiterate is sometimes training camp, especially now where it's day 5-ish, we're in pads now, we're now past the first cycle of install. It takes about 4 or 5 days. The first install stuff with plays, red zone, third down. This is our first base install, first and second down. Okay, now we're getting into technically week 2 after that first player day off. This is when offenses and defenses, but it's more prevalent with offenses, or maybe not as prevalent, I guess, because this is what we just more people focus on what's happening with the offenses, guys. Let's be honest. They're trying, like they're going, okay, we ran this high low over and over. Hey, next time they run it, just try and to the quarterback, try and throw the dig this time, and you might throw a pick. But then afterwards, they just go, hey, we tried it. Hey, that's a good coaching point. You see how that guy went there? You didn't tie him down with your eyes. Okay, next time we'll get him. And the next time you might get him, and no one clips it, and no one gives it. But I guess what? That was improvement that happened for week 1. That actually matters. And I think that's what gets lost in the sauce. And I get it. I look at clips all the time. I just try to always go like, okay, why do you throw that? Oh, it's 3rd and 2. Why are we getting excited about that? Or, oh, it's 7-on-7. Or, oh man, they're going against, this is walkthrough. They're going against like the coach holding up a pad. Like you got to understand the situations. Right. Not everything's just 1st and 10. Sometimes you're working on red zone, short yardage, third down, all that stuff too, which changes how you go about the play. So yeah, it's just variables. They matter a lot.
The last thing I have on that is I know I've talked about how tired I am of this subject, but there was a Shador clip yesterday where he if it was a real game, like he would have been sacked, probably would have been picked off if he threw the ball. And there's people like in the comments just going, oh, why didn't they blow it dead? Or, why didn't that DB just like sprint and break up the ball? Like, bro, because we got to get something done out here. What do you mean? Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't help us if we, every time a fourth string offensive tackle gets beat, we blow it dead. We don't have that much time out here. We got to keep things going. We need to put something on tape that we can actually look at. So yeah, you use your brain. You say, okay, yeah, in a real game, that's a sack. But what did we do? Like, what else can we evaluate from this? And I'm not saying that this is exactly what happened, but sometimes you have stretches where the defense is really, really kicking ass, and they'll say, "Hey, just let them just chill. Just let them complete a
The
pass.
D-line, don't put your hands up.
Right? Don't put your hands up.
Yep.
Don't go full speed at the catch point. Let's just see
Mhm.
if we can get something on tape so we can have something constructive to look at. So like, you got to add some context, or just stop freaking out about it at all, because it doesn't matter. It's football practice.
Just save it for the game. Save it for the game. It's already enough going on in the game. That's also too. Sorry, last rant is offensive line and defensive line takes from camp without tape is that's hard.
No pads.
I don't know how you
takes.
guys do it, but you guys seem very confident in them. I mean, I've seen, God, I would say 10,000 football practices, and I usually need tape to figure out what happened there. So, yeah, I mean, you guys are a lot better at it than I am. I'll just say that. No, but it's just tape. We're almost there. We're almost to preseason games. We'll have some tape there, and then we'll get to the games, and then we're good. We're locked and loaded. But get back to the original point. I'm not worried about the Bears or anything like that. I actually think this is a good thing. You want a coach that's a stickler for the details, especially for a franchise that's been sloppy as for a while. So yeah, this is good. Sometimes it's more visible with these coaches, but I like it. Again, Ben Johnson does not blink, and I like my head coaches that don't blink. Maybe not Adam Gase, but Ben Johnson.
Yeah, that was a bit much. Yeah.
I like the pairing. I really do. I can't believe how optimistic I am about the Bears this year. It's going to blow up in my face.